So, I'm out here in Mardella Springs, Maryland, about 15 miles from Salisbury, which is where I was trying to get to. There was a wait station out here, and me, the wait stations I've seen, this is wait stations, truck wait stations. There was a wait station out here where you have to make a hard right, go down the street, and then make a left. I've never seen a wait station like that. So when I saw the sign that said wait station, I'm looking ahead for the pull off to the right. You drive on the scales and you keep moving. That's what I'm looking for because that's what I'm used to. I've never seen a weight scale place like this. So I missed that bitch, right? I drove clean past that motherfucker. I was like, fuck. And the only line of recourse that I know of is to go up, find another exit, and try to turn around and come back. So I keep moving on up. Well, I see the blue light. The blue lights jump behind me, and I know it's them boys. It's them motherfucking cops coming to get my ass. This is what I know as soon as I seen this. I say, oh, fuck. So I pull the fuck over, right? I pull over, officer such and such, which a DOT guy, cops and DOT, some cops have DOT training and they have the certification to where they can do truck inspections too. So this guy acts as both, right? So he comes up, asks me why I missed the scale. I told him very honestly, I ain't never seen one that looked like that. So I'm trying to find a place to turn around. He said there were two places to turn around back behind you where, on the highway, you can just go up. You know how cars do, they go up, make a U-turn. What I was taught was when you miss a turn, you got to go up, find the exit, get on the exit, turn back, come back, and come down, and come back up to it. You can't just be U-turning big-ass trucks all over the fucking highway. I didn't know you could do that. I really didn't. So I told him that. I was just trying to find a safe place to get him turned around. I wasn't trying to, run or miss nothing like that. So he's like, license registration, find all this shit for the truck. And he told me to follow him back. He said, well, make this U-turn up here, which I did, with me making that turn, this is why I knew I couldn't make it just on my own, because I had to take up the two lanes on both sides. I had to be over in the right lane to even get my truck turned all the way around, because I got a spread axle. I don't have no box truck. Spread axle, you can't just be hooking them bitches all around any way you want to. So I get around, follow him down to the weigh station. And he goes to give me an inspection. It's not a deep one. It's like a level 2 one where he just checking my lights and all this shit. But he did find 2 violations. One, I got a big ass hole in my tire. I didn't even realize I had a flat tire. I think I might have busted that bitch whenever I had to do that U-turn. Truth be told. But nonetheless, I got a big ass hole in my tire. He tells me my airline has kinks in it. So I'm like, all right. I didn't know, hell, this is how they gave me the motherfucking truck. If the airline had kinks in that bitch, then it's been had them the whole time. I wouldn't have known. I just got the truck recently. And I was honest about what the fuck was going on. No, I don't get all nervous around cops and shit like that, acting all suspicious and shit. Just here you go. It is what it is. So he come in, I do a little inspection, and he tell me I got these 2 violations. Plus I had a strap that was a little bit loose, so I tightened it up. Told me to pull over and call breakdown. So I'm sitting here waiting on breakdown to come. But as he's writing the citation out, giving me my little shit, gave me warnings for missing the scales and the strap. He just gave me some warnings for those, which was really, this motherfucker showing some love, really, because he could have gave me citations for all those bitches, and they cost thousands of dollars. I think one he said could have been up to $1,000. Another one that he gave me a warning on could have been like $580 something, but he gave me 2 citations for shit I couldn't help, which is the bust tire in the line. It ended up being like $280. Cool. But as he gives me my ticket, he happened to see my screensaver on my phone, because he came into my truck to look at my Kkkops system, which if you drive trucks, you got a little system in there. He wanted to look at my service. He wanted to send my service, my days of service over to him. So he saw my screensaver on my phone, and y'all have probably seen me use this. It's a black man with a Klansman hanging. I got the hanging Klansman tattooed on my back. He said, man, that's an awful picture. I said, how so? I'm sitting there, I'm just talking to him, how is that awful? He's like, well, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And I said, it's easy for y'all to say, because y'all the ones that did all the wrong. This is a picture of a black man hanging a Klansman. Black men ain't went around hanging no damn body. It ain't happening. We ain't hung no goddamn body. It's just an image. He said, well, if that's how you think, then, you know better than him. I said, that's exactly how I think. I told him that straight up. I wasn't, he done wrote me a ticket by now. I ain't no, I ain't about to bite my tongue for a motherfucker. I ain't about to goddamn back down from nobody just because they're in a position of authority. What you talking about, he said we need to get past this and come together. We divisive. We separate. I said, oh, really? The only reason we're separate is because y'all created racism against us. This is a real group that went around lynching black men, women, and children. This is a real group that did this. So you talking about forgive and forget, and we need to come together. I said that's the very reason that black people don't want to come together with white people, because y'all talk like this. There's nothing for us to be forgetting. Ain't no forgive, forget, move on. No, y'all haven't reconciled what you did. You won't even admit to what you did and what you're doing. So how is it possibly we supposed to forget this shit? And then, of course, like a cop, he says, well, he worked for the Baltimore Police Department, and he see men and women getting, he put in air quotes, lynched because they have, bricks thrown at them. I said, how do you compare bricks being thrown at a cop that lives to the lynching of a people? How do you? And I said, this is what we be talking about right here. This is what we be talking about. I said, well, he said, well, if you think like that, I said, well, you can see you white, you sitting right here right now. I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't said nothing particularly disrespectful to you, nothing like that. This has nothing to do with that. I don't like the fact that it's always comparison. If I have the thought that I'm against all oppression, then automatically I just, have some hate in my heart. I want to go around and hang and lynch white folk. I said the KKK, the Klansmen, the motherfuckers race like this, they do deserve to be lynched. And I'm not biting my tongue about it, I'm being as a matter of fact about this. I said, I feel the same way about them as I do the goddamn pedophiles. Oh, I agree with that. Okay, so you agree with pedophiles being lynched and killed, but not Klansmen that's running around out here terrorizing black people, beating, brutalizing, murdering black people. You don't agree with that. But pedophiles you can agree with, because he told me he had kids. And he don't teach them all this racist shit. He keep them off of TV, social media. We have a pretty long conversation. We had a pretty long conversation out here about this shit. But this is the mentality, even when he considers himself non-racist, by telling black people to forgive and forget, then that to me, like, ain't nobody about to forgive and forget shit. Y'all won't reconcile what you've done and what you're doing. How do you forgive and forget if you haven't reconciled what you've done and what you're doing? How are you a cop talking about cops being lynched by having bricks thrown at them? How is that the same? False equivalency is what I tell him. That's a false equivalency. This is what black people be talking about. And then he goes in and say, well, you got the Black Panther Party. I said, whoa, wait a minute. The Black Panther Party never terrorized, lynched any white people at all. All they said was cracker a couple times, maybe honky a couple times, and talked about this system and cops murdering and brutalizing our people. That's all they did. He was like, well, yeah, that's exactly what they did. What are you saying? Your narrative is part of the problem. Fine, you want to say you love everybody, you want to see people to come together, but you're not doing anything to do it. I'm telling y'all, I swear, I think I'm going through this shit and what I'm dealing with right now on the road to be in these situations to challenge these white people. I don't give a damn. It was a truck driver the other day. Today it's a goddamn full-blown cop. I don't care who it is. You're not going to just say anything to me. That picture is awful. All on my screensaver. It's there. You see it. That's how I feel. Tattooed on my back. Death to all them motherfuckers. That's how I feel. That's my reality as a black man in this country. As any black person should be. Motherfucker, that is an example of racism. If you down with it, then goddamn it, you can get in line too. It doesn't matter to me. This is what you gotta be. Even when you faced with police, cops, whoever, it don't matter. You have to stand your ground and stick to your guns. I didn't tell him to get in here and look at that picture, but he did. He saw it and decided to comment on it. So okay, let's go. Cause I'm always ready. I said, wait a minute now. You know, that's what we gotta be as black people. We gotta be the wait a minute now. Hold on now. Hold on a goddamn minute. That's who we have to be. To check these motherfuckers, it don't matter what position they're in. It don't matter how much of a good heart they think they have by saying, well, we all just need to come together. We can't come together. He said the media is propagandizing racism. But not the racist? It's an interesting narrative that white people have. I mean, at the end of the day, again, he gave me the little ticket. Gave me some advice as to check my airlines, how to check them. You know, be aware of my tire pressure and things like that, you know. You know, so it wasn't like it was he tried to bang on me or nothing like that. I mean, I stood my motherfucking ground, and it just is what it is. That's how I look at it. Like, this is what the reality is for me and my people. And this is how I feel in my heart. And even if you're going to say, well, if you think like them, then you just as bad. Well, you can call me just as bad if you want to. But what you're not going to do is have a false narrative. And it's kumbaya shit y'all talking about that y'all have never enacted. I stated very clearly in my closing statement to him is if it's time for racism to end, you want all the fighting and stuff to end, then y'all need to go ahead and get on y'all shit. Y'all started it, you got to motherfucking finish it then. Don't tell us to finish it, because we are a product of our motherfucking environment. That's all we are. I'm not about to forget about this shit like it was forever ago. Come on now. And he claimed he understand, you know. I doubt he do. Don't even know. But he ran into a black person today that wasn't going to just be like, yeah, you right. Yeah, man, yeah. No. You're not right. That mentality right there is the reason black folk don't want nothing to do with y'all. The reason it can't be no unity is because y'all keep talking about we just one people. That's a false illusion of a reality. We ain't been just one people. Y'all ain't treated us like we was one people. So how can we act like we one people if that's not how we're being fucking treated? Don't let them get y'all with this Jedi mind trick shit. Don't let them get you with it. And still, I had a quote-unquote decent experience. He could have wrote me heavier tickets. He didn't. Still standing my ground. As awful as he say that picture is, yes, that's how I think. And we out. And now I'm sitting here waiting on motherfucking breakdown. And if you drive trucks, breakdown can take all goddamn day. This motherfucker told me they might have to send out 2 different breakdowns, one to fix the tire and one to fix the goddamn gas, or the goddamn air hose line. I said, God damn, I got a delivery. This gonna slow my whole day up. This gonna slow my whole mission up, man. This gonna slow my whole fucking day up of me getting this bread out here in these streets, man. I got to sit here. And I'm hungry a little bit too, shit. But that's my story, y'all. That's my story. I'm going through I feel like I'm going through all this shit to be able to come and tell y'all this is how you supposed to conduct yourself, man. This is how you do it. I'm doing it. This is how you do it. Wasn't no disrespect. I ain't disrespecting motherfucker or nothing like that. I spoke my points very clearly for my people. And told him he was on some bullshit. He was bad. He say now that as a cop, he say that now they got this trans shit going on out here. He said now that in the state of Maryland, when you, on your driver's license, you know, normally it's supposed to be M or F. He said now you can put an X right there. He didn't like that shit. He's like, well, you know, if I got to perform a search on a motherfucker, and, you know, it ain't clear what they are, you know, that's bullshit to him. He had a problem with that shit. They could put I didn't even know that. They could put an X on their license. Trans people can put an X on their license if they don't want to put an M or F. I said they can put an X on that bitch. My. I say, well, look forward to it's only gonna get worse. We are seeing the decline. We are seeing the takeover of this mass illusion happening out here. Well, we can't even differentiate between men and women. It's happening. And this society is supporting this shit. But that's what's got that. They got that going on in Maryland. You can put a goddamn X on your shit if you feel inclined to do so. But they're not letting you do no X shit with no race, though. You notice that? You can't be Rachel Dolezal come in and put whatever the fuck you want. Put X right there, you know. But for your sex, oh yeah, put X right there. That's all the fuck I want to say, y'all. Another trucker rant, man. I mean, goddamn, they giving me material out here, man. Dealing with these white folk all across the goddamn East Coast here. But y'all comment, feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe as usual. Links in the description box to follow me on social media. Links in the description box to donate via Patreon. Links in the description box to order a t-shirt from a brother. All right? Mad love, shout out Team Rob. Y'all stand the fuck up. It's time. Stand up. Stand up for yourself. There was no violent confrontation here. Nothing going on like that. Nothing extra. But you're not going to say no bullshit to me. And I just nod because I'm nervous because you're a cop. No, sir. Won't happen. We can bang a little bit real quick. Professionally. A professional bang. That's all the fuck I want to say, y'all. I'm out.